I want to show you how I've done the I-cord cast on for my saltash scarflet, which has got this built-in I-cord edging running up the sides. And by using this cast on, it means that that seamlessly goes around the outside of the little point where you begin, which I think is a really neat look to the shawl. So the way that I've done this is to use a provisional cast on using waste yarn and project yarn held together at the beginning, tie a slip knot, and then slip this onto your needle. I'm then going to use the long tail cast on to cast on 3 stitches. So I use the waste yarn over my thumb, the project yarn over my finger, and then hold the 2 tails in the rest of my hand, like so. I'm going to go under the first leg, over the second leg, pick up the project yarn through the loop, and then off. Under the first leg, over the second leg, pick up the project yarn through the loop, and then tighten the loop. Under the first leg, over the second leg, through the loop, pick up project yarn through the loop. So I've got 3 cast on, which I'm then going to move to my left needle. 1, 2, 3. The slip knot is not required, so you can drop that and pull it out. Now you're going to use your project yarn to knit across these stitches on the left needle. 1, 2, 3, slip them back, and then do that twice more. One, 2, 3, slip them back. Some projects might call for you to knit more rows here and then pick up more stitches along the edge, but because I want quite a pointy end on the scarflet, I'm just going to pick up 1 stitch. So you turn your work 90 degrees to the right, and then the second stitch from the needle, pop your needle tip into underneath both legs, pull up that yarn through the loop, so you've picked up 1 stitch, and then you're going to turn again and pick up these stitches along the bottom that are in the waste yarn. So I'm just going to unpick the waste yarn carefully and then slip those stitches onto the right hand needle. So you'll usually just see 2, even though you've cast on 3, and then you can pick up an extra stitch. On the end, I quite like to use this little extra loop here that's sort of sticking out on the end here. And then I'm going to slip those onto the left needle because they still need to be knitted. 1, 2, 3. Knit across those with the project yarn. 1, 2, 3. And then work the last row of the I-cord cast on, which is to slip 3, purl to end. And then you're ready to begin your chart. However, if I just knit a few rows here, you'll be able to see how it looks. If I just slip the first 3 of every row, my yarn keeps rolling off the table. One, 2, 3, purl to end. And you can see that little edge goes all the way around. Some of the stitches look a bit bigger. I might need to pull them through and neaten them up a little bit. And you're going to end up with something like this.